So good morning and mabuhay, all delegates and organizers. Richard, thank you very much, but that's a really big build-up. I'm not sure I can live up to it, but I'll try my best. But I really want to thank you all today for giving us this opportunity to speak to you about the promise of Philippine hospitality and role of Robinson Hotels and Resorts in bringing the Filipino brand of hospitality far and wide. That really is our commitment. And secondly, I'm glad that I'm not the first speaker, because the theme of the growth of provinces, the theme of digitalization and bulk buyings, that's kind of common thread that I've seen. And you see all these presentations have been pre-made, so I've not kind of put it in now, but you'll see that the theme kind of runs across in what I'm going to talk about as well. So I'm going to stand on the side so you can see a bit of the slides. So pretty much, there's just three things I want to talk about. One is about our contribution. Besides being a hospitality company, how do we contribute to building the Philippine economy? Second is about our innovative ideas. How are we trying to enhance the service that we provide and reduce the menial work, right? And third is a very small overview of our upcoming developments. So there, I just put the slide so you can see, how we, that got stuck a bit. All right. So how do we kind of, contribute is, I've divided into three major sections where our strength and how do we play to our strength. One is, our wide geographical presence. Second is about our diversified brands, and I will talk about all in a bit. And third is about the employment generation, which is really, really close to the founder's heart of, how do you create more employment in more locations, right? So pretty much starting with the first thing, which is our wide geographical presence. So today I'm very glad to share with you that Robinson Hotels and Resorts, besides being the largest hotel company in Philippines by number of hotels, is also the most widespread hotel group in Philippines. And that's coming to the BPI point. No, I was like, they almost mirror our locations and presence. Because if you look at it, if you can read that, we are all the way from Tuguegarao to General Santos. Pretty much like BPI, because, this is where we are talking about the promise of provinces, about having that economic activity outside of national capital region. So, we are present in 20 locations with 30 hotels, over 5,000 keys. And what it really does is, of course, every time you put up a hotel, you are generating the economic activity in that area, right? By generating employment, but not just that, but getting suppliers to supply material. So, having a raw produce to the finished product in that location. And, it's also about coming back to the bulk buyings, because there's such a core factor of our economy that today, and of course, the bulk buyings are globally traveled. Right? So when they go back to their provinces, we really want them to have a quality accommodation. Not to feel, I'm going to go to General Santos, but now it doesn't have the quality of accommodation that I'm used to in Middle East or in US. No, we're going to give you world-class accommodation. You go back, enjoy time with your family, right? And third, of course, is, as the business will grow, so if BPI is going to be there, if Concentric is going to be there, the business travelers need quality accommodation to stay in. And please just think about it for a minute. You yourself put yourself in those shoes and you realize in locations that they don't have good accommodation, people sometimes just do a day trip. They would just go in and out because they're just not comfortable staying in. And that could mean, $300-400 worth of business loss because, the accommodation is not there per night into number of travelers into year. You can do the maths, right? So that's one bit. Second is, diversified brand segment. So what we did was, when our founder, Mr. John, he wanted to start by bringing hospitality for everyone. So, we started with Go. But today, if you look at our portfolio of brands, so again, I'm going to go back to what Richard mentioned. We're so proud, humbled, but very, very proud to bring Fili. Fili, ladies and gentlemen, is the only 5-star Filipino hospitality brand, which truly reflects the unique hospitality ethos of Philippines. Now, when I say the only, I really mean because, when you go to Fili in Cebu, you will realize it's a true luxury hotel, benchmarked against the likes of the Peninsula and the Mandarin Oriental. And we take the pride in the fact that it's homegrown. from the ambassadress who welcomes you, to the chandeliers that are, inspired by the sardines of, swarm of Cebu. It is everything that is Philippines, refined luxury, right? Then, if you look at our other brands, Grand Summit is all about upscale lifestyle, but something that's closely interwoven to the local community. So if you go to General Santos, if you haven't been, it's really the tuna capital of this country, and General Santos will bring you the best of tuna delicacies on your table. But we'll also bring you the General Santos Fiesta, not just the Cebu Fiesta for you to, relish. It's a lifestyle hotel woven into local culture. Then Summit, which is more of our business hotel, Dusit Thani, Holiday Inn, Westin, Crowne Plaza, these are our international brands that we have. And of course, our core running across the great value brands of Go and Go Plus. So what does it really mean is that, you can spend time with your family, you go on a vacation, but also make memorable moments, big events. You want to do a wedding, you want to do a debut. The best compliment, and I've shared this a couple of times, we got for our hotel in General Santos was, I was visiting the hotel and a guest came across and told me, thank you for opening Grand Summit in General Santos. And I was like, thank you for you being a patron. And he said, no, you know what? Because I had no need to go to Manila anymore to make memorable moments because I can do all my major launches and all my events here. So that's about General Santos and Grand Summit. And Go Plus gives you great value, when you stay, clean, comfortable accommodation, strong, stable internet, great coffee on the go. So our promise is whatever value you stay at, you will have consistent accommodation, you will have consistent service. Employment generation, and I think this is something that is so very important, especially as the middle class grows. So what is our role to play with it? So first, of course, we realize that Metro Manila, for all purposes, is quite densely populated. And a big reason is because everybody comes here to work. Because outside the provinces, there's just such limited opportunities for employment. So what we've really been trying to do is, with our wide presence, and which we will grow further, by the way, in coming years, we want to provide employment opportunities for people much closer to their home base, either at the home base or much closer. And I share with you my favorite example of our Hotel in Ilingan. 100% staff is from Ilingan. Not one person from outside. So just think about it as an economic driver. Second is, of course, as an organization, we have a huge responsibility to grow people. And when I say grow people, it's not just promote them for a position, but to grow them in their skills. And that's what we do. We increase their employability through intensive training. And of course, third is improve the overall quality of life, because when you work for a truly global organization like Robinson Land Corporation, which is, not just about providing you your salaries, but it's about competitive benefits. It's about, looking at everything from your health insurance to making sure that, you have skill training, to your safety at work, improving your quality of life. That's our employment generation commitment. And finally, coming to that digital theme and innovation. So we did a lot of small steps, which I really think add up to big things. So in digital transformation, very pleased to share with you our very Filipino bot. He's called Pino, which allows you to make your reservation. So, the beauty of Pino is no need to call a hotel, no need to, go onto a website or even an app. You just need to chat with Pino, and Pino does your reservation in less than a minute. You chat with Pino, you just tell him which hotel you want to go to, what are your dates, and boom, Pino is going to give you the room available along with the confirmation on your email. Best thing is, because it could be integrated to a Google or a Facebook, no need to fill in your information. The moment I chat with Pino, he knows it's Barun Jolly, that's his contact details, your email comes to you with your confirmation. So that's Pino, doing your reservation in less than a minute. No waiting time, no holding time, no surfing time. Second is about our self-check-in kiosk, because often we realize that, when people come back after a long flight, long road journey, sometimes they're really tired and they won't even want to wait for a minute for a check-in. So your self-check-in kiosk is 100% self-check-in, which really means you go across with your digital ID and your payment system. You go, you stand there 30 to 45 seconds, you check in, you can make your own key and go to your room. No need to wait in case you're really in a hurry. And third is our online ordering platform, which we introduced last month. So as a guest, you can go to a room and order anything that you want to order from the menu, but make it very personalized. So, you could say that, I want my sisig to be a bit spicy. And you can do that all on an online platform without calling. And please understand, this is more so helpful when there could be a language barrier. No? So of course, we cater to a large number of Filipinos, but not just Filipinos. So, we got Koreans, we got Japanese coming in. Look at the hassle. You're trying to pick up the phone and trying to tell somebody, you want a club sandwich without egg, a little bit more lettuce. You could be lost in communication. But what we do with this platform is you pick up your menu item, you put your customization, boom, it straight away goes to the kitchen to make. No message lost. Upskilling, this is something that's very dear to my heart. We launched the RHR Academy, the Robinson Hotels and Resorts Academy, which lets people truly grow in a professional environment. We provide people 6 months of intensive training, which includes everything from a classroom training to an online training to a project case study to a final presentation for them to grow on to the next level. Finally, about sustainability, and my next couple of slides, I'm very mindful of the time, so I'm not going to go through the detail, but sustainability is very close to our heart, and we have the umbrella program. It's called the R Love. I'll talk about three. The first one is Go Relax, Go Unwind, which is really for the pediatric cancer patients. People who are facing this disease, going through medication. The kids, they still want to have their bit of fun. So what we did was, we really revamped their facility, made it really colorful, bright, cheerful, and then spend time with them. And we also do movie shows for them. So the kids, they want to see, SpongeBob, so they got to see that. They want to see Marvel, they get to see that in our hotel. We get them over. And we really want to make sure that, they have a good quality of life. Second is about RS Kavela, which is, our educational assistance to school, where we provide everything from, study materials, school bags, redoing the school classrooms, and making sure that people have good quality education. And our Water, which is launched this month, is my favorite project for this quarter, where, we are eliminating 8.1 tons measured, eliminating 8.1 tons of plastic, single use, by eliminating all plastic water bottles across 5 hotels. And that's big because of Crowne Plaza, Holiday Inn, Westin, Summit Green Hills, and Summit Magnolia will all serve bottled water on site. And it also, besides reducing the footprint of plastics, also carbon footprint of transport, because it's being bottled on site. Safe, secure, and tested. But with no wastages, no single-use plastic. Also, that's just almost the last bit. No, I'm not sure if you can read it. But what we tried to do was link up all our sustainability initiatives to United Nations Development Goals, UNDG. So everything is kind of linked in. So, we do food packs, we do grocery packs, so that links to zero hunger. We talk about quality education, which I spoke about is RS Kavela. Then, reducing inequality by giving. And this, again, is something which is strong driver, is giving the paid apprenticeship to special education students. We have a batch of 7. which will pass out next month and will be employed across our hotels in Cebu. Then, it's about good health and well-being. We spoke about how we look after the pediatric patients, and how, it's not just about food and recreation, it's also about spending quality time with them. Life on land, another UN goal. So we do a lot of plantation, make sure that, mangroves, cacao seeds are being planted in locations we operate in. It's about responsible consumption, which is about, especially, in our resort locations. In Cebu, we do a lot of cleanup drives to make sure that the beaches are clean. Especially, when there are heavy rains, how everything can wash up. But we make sure we clean up the trash and dispose it properly, not just clean it up and leave it on the side. And finally, it's the climate action, the Earth Hour, by making sure the utilities are kind of consumed quite mindfully. So with that, I will just take the last 1 minute. Is that okay, Richard? No? Last 1 minute to talk about our upcoming developments, really in brief. Before I go to the last and the final slide, our developments are, again, I will just reiterate, are focused on two key goals. Increase the spread of our network, and of course still operate in some of the key locations. And second is keep expanding every growth portfolio of brands. So we are very, very pleased to talk about these Summit Villa Siargao, which we just announced as a management contract. This is a 20 villa only property located in Siargao and will be the first professionally managed hotel in Siargao, which is an island with booming promise. But we are very mindful to do a sustainable, nature-friendly resort there. No big footprints, no high-rise buildings. It's just a low-rise boutique villa property there. Second, of course, the jewel in the crown, the pride of the pride, the NUSTAR, coming soon to Cebu. NUSTAR, I would really say with conviction, if there was a 6-star rating, NUSTAR would be it. Massive rooms, marble bathrooms, great sense of luxury, great eye for detail, ultra luxury finishings, all under one roof for you is NUSTAR. So that's coming up, and some that we will announce soon. But just to give you a teaser and a taste, there is an upscale hotel coming up in Luzon and a luxury hotel in Metro Manila. So I look forward to each and every one of you being our patron, our guest, our valued customer walking in through the doors of Robinson Hotels and Resorts as we continue to build the Filipino brand of hospitality, first and foremost in Philippines, and hopefully soon take it globally. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.